All right, everyone. Welcome back to In the Pit with Jeff. Just thought I'd give you a quick uh, Waco Sterling model update of what we've just been doing on this old bird here that we've got. Um, I did a rough outline and some pinstriping for a door and the baggage compartment. I just got to make a little fake door handle and a pull knob for the baggage compartment. Got the servos thrown in, fuel tank mounted in there. I had some old instruments. They were colored instruments, but they were all, I don't know, something had gotten onto them. So I just cut those out and glued them onto a piece of one, probably 1/32 plywood, and then just used a black marker, colored in the dash, and then I just used some clear. Used my polyacrylic over it, which I think ate into some of the instruments. But if you're getting close, you could still see some of it. But it's no big deal. It's just so if you look in through the side there, you could at least see something. Um, Took some of my plastic model glue for glue and clear parts and stuff, and repaired that crack. If worse comes to worse, I'll make a new window. I took some 1/4 inch white pinstripe and ran along the window edge there. This white was already had been on there, but it doesn't want to stick too great. So I think I'll strip some vinyl I have, and I should be able to get it to conform better. Secured the wheel pants, and they had the wheel pants on with a wheel, but then they didn't, and then they didn't have a wheel collar on the other side to hold the wheel on, so that they're just dependent on the wheel pant to hold it on. So managed to slip an extra collar in there. Again, ground some flats onto the piano wire for the Allen, the set screw to set to. Um, got the engine on her. Found a muffler. I went through a bunch of stuff. Found a muffler, down, kind of like a downdraft muffler. Just had to in the back there cut away some of this plywood ring here so the muffler would sit back, and then just knocked off a little bit of the cowl block, mountain block, for the pipe to clear. So I just have to hook up some brass, bend some brass, replace that tubing for the pressure line. One down here is fill. I'll probably just make probably put a little filler on there, and then the carb line back there. I want to put a fuel filter in there to go up to there. On the cowling, I'll just clean up the cowling a bit where they had cut out to get some air into the cylinders, and maybe have to put a hole in the top for the glow plug, but I might make a little Jeffy special hatch so I can get into fuel the plane. So that's pretty well on that. I'll do a quick boo over on the Mustangs. I took now I lost it. Might be over. Come for a walk, everybody. I think I used this one. This was a tool my dad had made up. I think it was this one. I'm not too sure. Anywho. Oh no. I know what it was. Crap, where'd it go? There's another. You guys are gonna get dizzy walking around with me. What the frig did I do with it? Oh. Sorry. It's right here. This one is just a little pin vise I have. Had a piece of brass tubing in it. Um, get this to focus. Sharpen the edges on the little grinder, and then using the X-Acto blade inside, twirl it around, sharpen the inside of it. And I just came around and I laid out my Zeus fasteners, and then just took this and just gave it a little squeeze, and did all those all on the inspection covers, because the tips were removable on it. So I laid out there. Oh, flip the beast over. Same thing for the gun covers, panels there. This one was I believe these were this one was hinged up, and then I guess these were removable ones with the Zeus fasteners. So I did that on both. I laid it out on mine and my dad's. I got mine laid out there. And I took my little wheelie wheel that I had made, and just for shits and giggles, I don't know if you can see it, I just rolled it. I haven't made a new handle for it, but I just rolled it along where on my lines where the rivets are going to go. It kind of wanders off a little bit. If I make a new handle, it'll track the wheel better. But you can see there's a slight indent in there. I just did 2 rows. Where are we? Oh, I didn't. I started on it, but I didn't do it all. It's hard to see. Hard to see in the camera, but I can see it here if I go on an angle. Anyways, you get the gist. You can see it's just slight dimpling. So I don't know if that would be the way to go all the way up. See, it kind of wandered off because it sticks in one spot. So then you got to push harder, and then you push through the thing. But I'll work on that. And then what I did was this was my old wood burning soldering gun, I believe, soldering iron. And my dad made a tip for it, and it's see if you can see it. Get the focus. It's a slot, and then what that's for is if you'd burned in your Zeus fasteners, then you can take the tip and you stick it in across there, and it's supposed to make the little slot across. Basically simulate like it's a fastener. And then I searched around. I found my other little soldering gun, soldering iron. Turned a little tip holder down with I don't know if it'll focus, piece of brass tube in there, and I'm gonna try it and see if it'll burn in the rivets or the Zeus fasteners, and see, just to see. But other than that, we haven't been doing too much down here. But just thought I'd give you a quick update of what's been going on in the pit with old Jeffy. Yeah, so I got both sides laid out there. There might be a little bit deep. It's hard. You turn them in and you don't realize it goes in that far, and then it flakes the tops of some of the spots for the tops of the painter off. But once you take the little wood burning one and put the little slot across, I don't know if they were Phillips or just slotted, but got those laid up like that. But anywho's, we'll let everybody go. I got some running around to do today, but I'll try and get down here and get some work done. All right, everybody, be safe from in the pit.